Happy Motivational Monday. Today's Motivational Monday is going to be a little bit different. I'm using a storytelling format today as I have had a very eventful weekend. It's to be a two-part story, so make sure you watch this one and then come back for part two. They'll be posted back to back. So on Self-Care Saturday, I shared that I was looking forward to ending my Self-Care Saturday with attending the AUSA Army Birthday Ball after spending several days at a senior leader forum. It had been an incredible experience. It was teaching, learning, and networking with senior leaders, general officers, warrant officers, and senior enlisted soldiers. The forum was simply amazing. So I get home. Of course, I need a quick nap because I got to recharge my social battery. I get dressed, looking how I'm looking, all razzled and dazzled. And I was so excited to get to close out this event with the ball. Now, if you know me, you know that anytime heading into New Orleans, I always check my GPS before I leave to see what traffic looks like. This time, I did not. Boy, should I have checked it. What happened next completely changed the course of my evening. I ended up stuck behind an incident that brought traffic to a standstill. Want to know what happened, how I handled it, and what lessons I learned from being unexpectedly delayed? Stay tuned for part two. All right, so here is part two. So what happened? I'm sure you're wondering what happened, rather. What brought traffic to a complete standstill was a shooting that occurred on the Crescent City Connection, aka the bridge that connects the West Bank and East Bank of New Orleans. What I thought would be a 30 to 45-minute drive turned into sitting still in traffic for over 2 hours. Yes, 2 hours. And surprisingly, I never got upset. Instead, I learned a lesson in patience and perseverance. As I sat there, I truly felt that God was trying to get my attention. One, I was safe. And in those 2 hours, the second thing was I was able to schedule appointments, complete a few of my online course modules. I reflected, I prayed, and I simply sat still. Something that I know for one, I don't get a chance to do, and probably many of us rarely do. Eventually, law enforcement began turning vehicles around in sections and sent us back in the opposite direction on the bridge. At that point, I had a decision to make. Either go home or still attempt to make it to the ball. Well, I chose to keep going. I had friends I wanted to see, people who were expecting me, and to me, they were worth the extra drive across the Huey P. Long Bridge. Now, if you're familiar with this area, then you know that from the Crescent City Connection, aka Bridge by New Orleans, that bridge is about 45 minutes. It took me almost 45 minutes to get to my destination from going from the Triple C to Huey P. Long. So, with that being said, the ball was scheduled from 6:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. I arrived at 9:45 p.m. And you know what? It was still worth it. There were people who waited for me. I still got to reconnect. I took a few photos, and I even squeezed in a dance or two. So what's the lesson? Sometimes God teaches us through delays. We always should have another plan. Prepare for the unexpected. Definitely pray. Definitely meditate. Write things down. You should seek clarity and guidance from the person or persons that you trust, because sometimes our plans simply don't align with God's.